Time now for the Peter Channel Sunday Morning News on this Sunday morning, October 9th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Sunday morning, October 9th, 2016. You know, your news and on. Stops right at 8 a.m. on this Sunday morning. It is Donald Trump, the showman, caught in the Klieg lights. Police in Palm Springs, California, captured suspect early Sunday with open fire. 12 hours early, and 3 officers were trying to negotiate with a domestic disturbance call. 2 officers, unfortunately, have been killed. Tel Aviv, a Palestinian gunman shot and killed 2 Israeli citizens across the streets of Jerusalem. Police said on Sunday what Israeli authorities described as a terror attack. Charleston, South Carolina, after a protracted and violent journey up the southeast U.S. seaboard, a weakened Hurricane Matthew made landfall Saturday in South Carolina, indicted the vast stretch of the coast with torrential rain and triggering floods far inland. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump already interceded for both government about women forcing in sex law, a good sexual explicit conversation in a series of radio interviews in the past 23 years, even on Northern Vault misses. Pope Francis named 17 new cardinals on Sunday, including 3 Americans at a surprise announcement. During his weekly address, 13 new cardinals are under the age of 80 and thus eligible to vote in a conclave to elect a successor. Forensic experts investigate the scene of the community hall where Saudi-led warplanes struck a funeral in Sana'a in the capital Yemen on Sunday. Jemen's manhunt for the 22 Syrian refugees suspected by the terror attack area entered the second day wall. Police kept 1 person in custody with a suspect was involved in the plot. Haiti has begun 3 days in national mourning for those killed in Hurricane Matthew, which devastated south of the country. At least 900 people are believed to be died. 3 days after Gloucester Mayor 17th Romeo taken announced chief would fire. Police chief Leonard Capito of the city announced Thursday held police chief when said retire. A wave of Republican officials abandoned on Trump Saturday, but at least for now, rank and file Republicans are sent by the party's presidential candidate according to political morning consult poll conducted immediately after the audio was released. In a wake of the newly released video showing Donald Trump talking in very lewd terms about women, a Republican presidential nominee strongly suggested he would take it up and to compare his discretion to Bill Clinton. Rescue workers in Surfside Beach advised residents to leave the area as Hurricane Matthew approaches on Saturday. As rain and wind pounded the grandstand in South Carolina. Beijing, Steven Spielberg, Zamlin Partners, and Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba Group media arm announced a partnership Sunday to co-produce films for global audiences. Seattle, Washington lawmakers have tried to fail in recent years to make polluters pay for the carbon emissions to fight climate change. Milan recently faced criticism on when they raised the price of every pence from $100 to $600 in a 7-year period. France to name 17 cardinals. 13 million electors, 3 from the U.S. The Bosman collected Swedish Academy of Sciences and Arts. The 2016 Nobel Prize in Physics were going to the work in an area of exotic matter, not to the detection of gravitational waves. There's nowhere yet on the Kennedy Space Center and on Cape Canaveral Air Force Station will be inspections and damage from Hurricane Matthew continue. Astronomers found exoplanet approximately B in August and 9 have now indicated the exoplanet is possibly orbiting an habitable zone of its solar star Proxima Centauri. Copenhagen, American companies quoted double it on Sunday when the new clinical data showed a Keytruda immunotherapy to offer big benefits and previously untreated lung cancer patients even when given on its own with chemotherapy. It was the 60th birthday and he's fallen to see except birthday wishes from family and friends. But his expression changed when he started talking about a horrible Alzheimer's disease, which came to Buffalo like 3 years ago. Third-party alternatives Trump Clinton lose support as election years. Local news. However, nearly 300 runners assembled at the Elks Club on Saturday morning. The fourth annual Run for the Spot 5K, named for the local resident Steve Spot Tracy, which died of 2012 from multiple myeloma. Event is expected to raise $25,000, which will benefit the Danian and Farmer Cancer Institute. In just under 3 minutes after the race began at 11 a.m., 13-year-old Craig Sean of Franklin flew across the finish line at a time of 19 minutes 18 seconds with Rob Johnson 31 of Rockwood Island. Otters able to finish time only 2 seconds later. Johnson and Sean high five each other after the had both caught their breath. Atterbury, one was injured when in the car. She was driving smash head on to a landscaping wall in front of a pizza park at Briggs Quarter early Saturday morning. Officers at Atterbury Forum discussed their craft. Not a man was injured in the car. He was driving across the tree on Oak Street on Saturday night. For Atterbury area high school seniors, the paper chase is underway. Peter Childuza is 8:05 on this Sunday morning, and it is time now for Sports Report. The New England Patriots. Well, welcome Tom Brady back from his 4-game Deflategate suspension as the Patriots will square off against Cleveland Browns in Cleveland on game time 1 o'clock. While the Boston Red Sox are in ropes of elimination at 4:08 p.m. against the Cleveland Indians as the Sox are down 2 games to none. Hopefully they'll cowboy up and come from beyond and win 3 straight games. With the help of Travis with Shot West, will place it in New Chicago. Hendricks, Chicago Cubs going to defeat the San Francisco Giants 5-2, taking 2-0 in the National League Division Series lead. The Boston Red Sox led the Major Reds this season 8-7-8, whereas scored 11-4 first 2 games given. They hope the team meeting nil before Saturday afternoon's workout will help them play the way they did much of the season going. Peter Childuza is 8:06 on this Sunday morning, and it is time now for a traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's study off on the META, where the subway system is looking good. Vermont train 2752 738 from Rebuilds, Castle Passenger Beat, accompanied by MBTA shuttle bus 448. Vermont train 2753 758 from South Station to Castle Passenger Beat, accompanied by MBTA shuttle bus 448. Vermont trains may experience significant delays replaced by buses due to trespassing strike. Individual train updates will be sent in. Vermont line train 2751 658 from South Station to South to Four Quarter Station, updates to follow. And on the ferries, they are looking good. How is and Bowies in New England on this Sunday morning? Merritt Parkway eastbound side, it's a little slow. Just ran Orange, Connecticut. But how is and Bowies in Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts? Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine are looking good except during Interstate 89, 91 and southbound side, little sore after the Canadian War up in northern Vermont. And Interstate 87 and southbound side, little sore, Route 11 up in Champlain, New York. And Brooklyn, Queens Expressway eastbound side. A little slow just ran the Park Slope area. And Interstate 87 southbound side. A little slow just ran Route 95 in the Bronx in New York City. Peter Childuza is 8:07 on this Sunday morning. And it is time now for a weather report. It's now post-tropical cyclone Matthews. 80 advisories. Several locations, 35.0 at the north, safe for an afternoon west. Max sustained winds at 75 miles an hour, moving east northeast at 14 miles an hour. Latest public advisory, post-tropical cyclone Matthew immediate. Hurricane force wind gusts and southside storm surge flooded occurred over the North Dakota over Outer Banks. Hurricane watch in effect for Dolphin Surf City, the Duck, and Pamela and Albemarle Sands, and Charleston one in effect for Cape Fear, the Duck, and Pamela and Albemarle Sands. Hurricane watch means that the hurricane conditions are possible wind and water, and in this case with the deck 6 to 12 hours. First survey information, specific area including possible inland water waters, please monitor the product issued by local National Weather Service Forecast Office. At 8 a.m., the center of tropical cyclone Matthew was located in latitude 35.0 to the north, that's to say for after the west. Matthew was moving toward the east northeast 14 miles at 8. Motion toward the east northeast or eastern expected for the next couple of days on the forecast track. The center of the Matthew will move farther over to the coast of the North Dakota Outer Banks today to that. Max sustained was near 75 miles an hour. Against the gradual weakness forecast during the next 4 hours. And the hurricane force winds exit outwards to 70 miles an hour in the southwest of the center. And tornado force winds exit hours of 240 miles an hour. Coastal marine observing the side near Hatteras, North Dakota, recently reported. Sustained winds at 63 miles an hour against the 84 miles an hour. Moving against the 90 miles per hour. Measured at elevated private weather station near North Dakota. And wind against the 70 miles an hour. Better observed at Terre County Airport near Montreal, North Dakota. Estimated minimum pressure 94 millibars, drag model 6 inches. Wind drops or glitters are expected to continue over the water area by the early this afternoon. They gradually diminish by this evening, and hurricane force winds gusts should be continue for the diminished morning over the North Dakota Outer Banks. Hurricane conditions are possible within the hurricane watch area this morning. Storm surge and combination of dangerous storm surge and tide at large destructive waves will cause not only dry areas near the coast to be flooded by rising waters moving inland from the shoreline. The water can reach falling heights above the ground, and the peak surge occurs at the time of the high tide. Surf City, North Dakota, could push into the public court at Albemarle Sands 3 to 5 feet. The deepest water will occur along the immediate coastal areas of onshore winds and surge related flooded depends on the relative time of the surge and tidal cyclone. Occurred very greatly over the short distances, and large waves stirring by Matthew will cause water rise to occur well in an event that are well away from the directly center. The information, especially the area police see product station by a local National Weather Service forecast office. There's an age of life for the duration during the next 36 hours along the coast from Surf City to North Carolina, including portions of the Bama, Albany, Mary Sounds Fire, different areas of West Police, Steve Part, Type National Weather Service, Storm Surge, Warning Graphic, information to area police, Steve Part, station by local national weather service forecast office. Rainfall, Memphis is expected to produce additional rainfall. Accumulation 1 to 3 inches across southeast Virginia and extreme eastern North Carolina this morning. Some total rainfall of 6 to 12 inches are estimated. About to 20 inches considered risk of life flooding and flash flooding across the region. Swells trending by Matthew will continue to affect much of the southeast and middle Atlantic coast of the United States during the next couple of days. This swells likely to cause light flooding, surf, and whip current conditions. Please consult products to be a local web office. Southeasterly swells associated with hurricanes Matthew and Nicole expected tonight and tomorrow, as reps are expected along with moderate to high risk of rip currents, especially on the south coast. And looking at radar, and it shows a line of rain showers stretching from Massachusetts all the way down from Virginia and northeastern portion of the North Carolina, with heaviest rain stretching off the Maryland shore, stretching off the Delaware, Jersey shores. And a patchy rain shower stretching from south of Albany, stretching to the west of Massachusetts, and the south central New Hampshire, and up in the Maine, from Portland all the way up to New Brunswick. And heavy band of rain showers stretching around south of Martha's Vineyard, and a lot of heavy rain showers around Jamestown, Rhode Island, and patchy rain showers, patchy heavy bands of rain around Smithfield Island and around Rochester, Massachusetts, and stretching from West Boston, New York, West Boston, Massachusetts, all the way up to South Plymouth, Massachusetts. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. By today, rain like rain between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Before 2 p.m. was Cusco about 60 degrees. Carbon Kevin Dolphin 5 to 8 miles an hour. Wisconsin side 23 miles an hour. Chest patience 70%. New Brisbane about 3 to 20 days possible. Tonight, chance rain maybe before 10 p.m. Cusco the Grand Kevin Cusco Aloha 40 degrees. Dolphin about 14 to 17 miles an hour. Chest patience 30%. New Brisbane about 10 to 10 40 days possible. Columbus Day, steady clear skies about 70 to 59 about 36 degrees. Dolphin about 3 to 14 miles an hour. For Tuesday, steady podcast about 6 about 42 degrees. North about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Wednesday, Putty, steady podcast about 63 about 47 degrees. Thursday, Putty, steady most guys about 66 about 46 degrees. Friday, steady most good about 6 about 41 degrees. And for Saturday, sun's about 61 degrees. Currently, not near, it is rain, and the temperature is 60 degrees with a humidity of 99%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel morning news, Sunday morning news on the Sunday morning, October 9th, 2016. Peter said, have a good morning, a good day with a good positive attitude. Have a good day.